Welcome to another episode of Common Comic Covers, a podcast for not geek comics.
It's an appreciation comment.
It's one of those. Andy, I'm Jeremy. You're Andy. This is our podcast. We're awesome at it. We're laughing. Andy has decided to fact check me. And folks, if you're listening, don't fact check us. We're wrong. We're often wrong. You know what you can see on the cover of the comic book, that's probably the most accurate you're ever going to get. Anything coming out of our mouths, it's debatable. So
Yeah,
and I'm not going to apologize for any of my falsities of comic books. That's what the internet's for, and the internet's wrong. Anyway, Andy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm recovering. I had a vacation where I went to another state and for a relative's birthday, and traveling with children is on planes and in cities that stress you out yeah, I'm happy to be home. Happy to be home.
Welcome home.
Thank you. How are you? How have you been?
I'm doing well. You know, what's exciting is when this episode is released, it is going to be the 18th annual. We're back. It is so Lilac City Comic Con, the 18th annual Lilac City Comic Con. I am going on Sunday, June 2nd. My middle child and I are going to go and spend the day comic booking. Fun fact, I was at the very first Lilac City Comic Con. I think it was just called Spokane Comic Con at the time. It might have been Lilac City Comic Con. My wife and I hadn't moved here yet for the first time. And we were in town just hanging out, and I saw that there was a comic book convention at Gonzaga University, and we went. And I remember Margot Kidder was there.
Oh, she's passed.
Yeah. Lois Lane was there, and I just remember kind of watching her entry. She had this like ginormous dog, and like didn't know what to do with the dog. Like couldn't bring the dog in. But then the dog was super excited. And I just remember it being kind of a big thing. Like they were like, we got to help out Lois and the dog.
Yeah.
And she was like just ultra focused on the dog. That's all I remember. I was like, oh, Lois Lane and her dog.
Not a super pet.
Not a super pet. It was a big deal. I remember like being in there going through comic books and like hearing the guys like were like, oh, the dog, and oh, what she's got. Yeah. They're just talking, and I was just like, man, I feel bad for these guys because like it's the first one. I mean, Margaret Kidder, that's a big name in the comic book world. That's pretty sweet.
That's a really solid guest to get.
They did. Yeah, pretty cool. I remember grabbing some Batmans, and that was it. We rode our bikes, so
that's cool.
Not from Seattle, but from the so yeah, that's exciting. So it is Lilac City Comic Con, and I usually go. I just look for. I don't know what I'm looking for this year.
Yeah,
I just kind of have my budget, and I usually end up getting more for less than one big item. The big name there is Sergeant Slaughter, but it's like $80 to get a comic book signed by Sergeant Slaughter.
That's not worth it.
I'll just I'll have my son like stand in front of him, and I'll just do that say anything kind of picture. Do a selfie.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited for that.
Okay. Yeah. What's your common comic cover today?
Oh, thanks. You know, you're going to like this one. I actually grabbed this one. I have a few more to share, but this was in a dollar bin that I snagged this week.
Nice.
But I also thought, you know, this is a great comic cover. It's someone that we want to be a friend of the show, David Mack.
Oh, yeah.
It's Alias number 15.
Cool.
This is from 2002. It's Brian Michael Bendis. Gaidos does the art. David Mack does. I think he does all the covers for Alias. I mean, if not all, most.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, and this is I don't know a ton about these early 2000s Max comics. They were the more edgy, explicit.
Yeah.
Marvel. It's Marvel, but it was very
to the max.
Right? It's Marvel, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the only other Max comic books I have are Howard the Duck, and he's a rat.
Howard the Duck's a rat.
Yeah.
Oh, when Gerber doesn't write it, it's not very good.
Goes to pot. So yeah, that's my common cover. It's really cool. It's like a collage of sorts. I mean, it's not your typical comic book cover, which is what I like about it.
Yeah,
got Jessica Jones on the cover there.
Yeah.
I didn't read this one yet. I know Luke Cage, I think, is in it.
Yeah. Did you see that Netflix series?
Jessica Jones?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh,
I've heard it's good.
The first, I've only watched season 1, and it was good, but really hard to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Purple Man's in it. He's really a bad villain. It's great.
Okay, well, check it out. Hey, what do you have? What's your comic cover?
Oh yeah,
I feel just so deflated now from laughing so hard. I know that you're probably going to edit that out because of our high squeals, but I don't know. I feel almost euphoric right now from
good.
The laughter.
Yeah, you got a good vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep while you're talking.
Okay, this is X-Force number 13 from '86. It's a Walter Simonson cover, and it is. I just like really. This is what really accentuates like the Phoenix's sash. I feel like. It's like,
yes,
like Jean Grey as the Phoenix just has like a fashion sense where I need a sash.
Yeah.
So, but the costume design is great. I love it. And Jean Grey's a beautiful redhead lady. Not bad. So, and I got this for today at Half Price Books for $2.
So, nice deal.
Yeah. Yeah. I may have another copy of it. I don't know, but I just was like, this is great. And
$2.
Yeah, $2.
Yeah. I have a good little chunk of those X Factors, the early ones there. They're fun.
Yeah,
I like them.
The covers on the early X Factors are really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a new segment that I want to introduce.
Okay.
It's called Why Is It This Price?
Why is it this price? Is this a Canadian price variant thing?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. So here.
Okay.
I got this today. Kingdom Come, number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Mark Waid. I've read those. Those are great.
Yeah, they're great.
Alex Ross cover there, and Mark Waid writing. Actually, it's Mark Waid I can actually handle. I don't always love him, but I thought this was a good story. Okay, so what's the segment?
So I looked these up in high grade. These are $9. I'm like, I'm glad they're affordable. Maybe they're just overprinted, but I feel like this should be worth $30 or so. Like it seems like it's a much undervalued, right?
That seems undervalued. Well, because it's a key.
Yeah.
In the lore of comic books, it's one you need to read. It's in the canon, I would say.
Well, it's specifically not in the canon though. It's like Elseworlds, but you should. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean. Like the canon of like, if you want to read comic books, you should read Kingdom Come. You should read Watchmen. You should read,
The
whatever.
Dark Knight Returns. Like I put it in that triumvirate. Yeah.
But only $9 for a first printing number 1. That's not even the trade.
No. Yeah. This is the first, and I got this for $2.50. It was just in the half price bin, or not half price. It was just at Half Price Books today.
Okay.
I was like, oh yes.
So, so instead of saying undervalued comic of the week,
why is it this price?
Why is it this price? No, I like it. I like it. Why is it this price? It rolls off the tongue, which is a good theme around here, especially with our title. Let's keep it going. We have stacks here. We're gonna go through a lot of comics. We've done our best to just share one comic book and narrow it down to just a few. I don't want to, nor do you. I want to look at comic books. I don't even want to know a ton about them. I just want to see them,
Okay.
and I want you to tell me how much you paid for them.
Yeah.
Because I love a good deal, and I love the thrill of the hunt, and that's
Yeah.
what I have. That's what I have today. So why don't
Do
you
it.
keep it rolling with some
Oh,
half price books? Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So I went bonkers today. I went like I looked at the regular bins and then I saw they had a clearance bins. And my goodness, I got
It's my favorite phrase.
Mike Allred Batman 66 covers, and these are spectacular and they're 50 cents a piece. And like this is just like it's just bonkers fun what comics should look like, in my opinion. Just zany covers.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Those are fairly new, I think, aren't they?
I think they're mid like 2013.
Oh, okay. No, that's not that new.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is that Abe Lincoln?
It's Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. I haven't been there. Have you been there?
No. I think it's
That's a trip you got to do, right?
Yeah. One day.
King Tut.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting like 4 through 12, then 14 through
for 50 cents each.
Yeah, for 50 cents each. Yeah, it was great.
And that's the Batman I grew up watching.
Yeah, and this is like they're buried up to their necks with scorpions. So this is like it's just and this is Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
And then I love this little snowmobile and this. Yeah, I mean, this was one like
wow.
These are not expensive. I haven't read them. I mean, I got them today, and I haven't read them yet. But
now you need to buy 1, 2, and 3.
I know, and then 13. Then I'll have the run.
You'll have it.
Yeah, a cool Batman robot, Batman in a spider web with the penguin.
How many are there? How many total in this series?
I don't know. I was
no worries. Keep going.
I'm probably gonna get them all, but
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's such a cool cover.
Yeah,
and it really looks like that Yvette.
I like that one.
The woman that played her in the show. Yeah, Barbara Gordon. Yeah,
Babs. Okay, wow. Look at what a great run.
This is the first one I saw, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And then I found the pile of them there. And I was
for 50 cents. For 50 cents.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, cost me. Yeah, each one's like a $4 book or $3. So $3 when they came out. So,
what else? Or was that it?
Okay, no. So I got that to read, and then I got I watched that Peacemaker show, and then I found these in the bins. These are Black Label, the DC Black Label.
Yep.
And these I ended up paying half price, so these were like $2.50 a piece, but they're in good shape. They came in bags and boards, and I'm looking forward to reading this run. I like the gorilla cover here.
Wow.
And he's got a beer on him, and they're cool covers. Like this is kind of like an Indiana Jones, like the boulder running after him, and babies, and yeah, so babies. Okay, and then so you did David Mack, and here's David Mack too. This is that
Kabuki.
Yeah.
Is that a trade or just a book?
They are. It's hard to tell. I think they're trade. They're collected works.
And you got these all for half price?
Yeah. So these were $3. So, and then like they have a J. Scott Campbell of Kabuki. Like the back of this one is all like, this is like July of '98. This came out, but it all has all these pinups. It's really great.
By different artists. That's cool.
Yeah. And then I got a Dan DiCarlo. This was a 50-cent book. I already pulled off the sticker though. So
that's great. What a great haul.
Oh man, it was great. Yeah, I got there when it opened.
Oh, nice.
So this is XO, Band of War, Valiant, but it was back when Acclaim owned it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of toward the end of the run. I was like, oh, I heard those are rare. So I picked it up. It's in really nice shape. Bart Sears, I believe, does the work on in the interiors, and he's great. Bart Sears was an artist my brother really liked in the 90s. Oh, this is a big here, I'll do this one. This is a Rob Littlefield and Todd McFarlane cover.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll just pick this up. So X-Force 50.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? This is one I don't know much about Punchline. So like a Joker, whatever.
No idea.
She's a female Joker villain partner or friend or daughter or something. But but I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna learn about her. And then I got so many. I'm gonna kick it over to you shortly. But I got these. This is Thor Volume 2.
Oh, nice.
These are all half price. Yeah. So I got one. So I got 1 through 5.
And they were what? 75 cents each?
Half price. So this is $1.50, and the rest were $1. So
That's not bad.
But I mean, it's John Romita Jr. covers and interior. So yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah. I'll let you go for a little while. I still have a few more.
Okay. All right. I'll do my first half.
Okay.
So these I went to Giant Nerd Books last week. Did I get these all there? Oh, and then one of my comic book shops, I went through the dollar bins because I had some time to spare.
Yeah.
And I grabbed my common cover that I shared. But then I also grabbed Alias number 20.
Oh, great.
For $1. Number 21 for $1. And number 27. So this is the second to the last issue of Alias. Again, those are each $1, so I spent $4 total there. And then I went to Giant Nerd Books and just got some fun ones. I haven't gotten some good Silver Age in a while, so I grabbed Giant Size Avengers.
Oh, cool.
Just a fun book. And then I grabbed King Size Special Daredevil number 1, another fun book.
Oh, yeah.
I grabbed Amazing Spider-Man 142.
Okay. Yeah. It's
cool. Cool cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like that a lot. And then I grabbed Action Comics 583. This is the 2-part story for Alan Moore.
Oh,
kind
cool.
of a legendary. I might be lying. I might be making this up, but it's a legendary story by Alan Moore. Part 1 is in Superman, and I think this is part 2. That's an Action Comic. So
okay.
I've been wanting, like, this is one of those ones where it's like, oh, I want to grab that when I see it, and I saw it for $6.
Great.
And I grabbed it. So those were my comic store finds.
How much were the comic store books?
These were a little higher priced, but I didn't care. I like supporting those guys, and they were fun, and they're in good shape. And I get it. So this was $14, and that's about what it's worth. This was $12, and again, it's about what it's worth, but they're in pretty good shape. This was $6. It's a little lower. I think that was a good deal. And then this was $6, and I think that was a good deal. That's what I would pay for those 2 on eBay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What do you got next round?
Okay, next round. I got these fantastic Justice Society of America. It's like a short stint.
Oh yeah.
But it's a 1 through 8. I'm missing 2, I think. There's 1.
It's like the Golden Age Justice Society.
Yeah, it's neat. I'm looking. I want to read this too.
Were these Giffen? Who wrote these?
Straczynski.
Oh no, that one. Straczynski.
Yeah, Jay
Straczynski.
Straczynski.
Yeah.
The guy that did Babylon 5, and I think that's who this is.
A good run on Spider-Man too.
Oh, it's Len Straczynski. Len. So no, it's not that guy. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Okay. Shows you what we know.
And then I got
this is all still half price books.
Half price books today. I got this book for one reason only, and not because it was 50 cents.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Dr. Fate number 5. Because I'm a huge fan of Dr. Fate.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, big time. Okay, so this is Powers number 3.
Oh, that's that Bendis, right?
Yeah, Bendis and Omin. So I collected. I think I started collecting this like issue 9 or 8. So and then I had I bought the Power Girl graphic novel, and then I got 4. So I was really happy. I was like, oh man, I don't see these very often, and they're half price, so I got those. Yeah, and they're first prints. So
That's great.
And then I have.
And those are the kind that I remember, like 15
Yeah.
years ago, you would see Powers all the time at half price books. But you're
Mm,
right, you just don't see those anymore.
yeah. Oh, and possibly because I don't go out as much, but these were like I was thinking about this today.
I
It's
don't
like,
see very much. I don't see them very much anymore when I'm out.
okay, yeah. I was thinking is like I enjoy that I've gotten older, and then like comic books that were hot when I was younger and were kind of unobtainable are now like, no one really cares about them anymore.
Yeah.
And so I can find them in like half price book bins. I mean, they're not like in mint condition; they're in fine to very fine.
That's fine.
And this was and this is a Barry Windsor Smith cover.
Oh, the Predator. Yeah.
And it's Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So one out of issue 1, and it only has 2. So I read this one today.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah. I did get another Barry Windsor Smith cover today, and it was really a bad cover. So I got it for free because I was like, hey, this doesn't have a price on it. It was a promotional giveaway at the cash register. Like, I don't want to buy it, but if you give it to me, I'll take it. And so she's like, yeah, you can have it. So okay.
Wow. You couldn't fork over 50 cents?
I mean, it was a free comic book. I don't know what half price of free is supposed to be.
$1.
$1, yeah. This is Queen and Country number 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought number 1, and then I never saw it again.
That's cool.
And I have number 1. I've read number 1, enjoyed number 1. So I think they did lots of series, but I think this is the one. So I think this is number 2. So I'm excited about that.
What an eclectic haul.
Yeah, and I bought number 1 when it came out in like 2001 or whatever, 2000 or something. So, and then I bought this one half price. I thought it was an Adam Hughes cover because I'm dyslexic, and it's not.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
So that is
Hugo Adams. Like who? How's that?
No,
work?
it's just I think it's just ha as in like the Joker, ha thing, because he's writing.
How did you think it was Adam Hughes?
Because I'm dyslexic, so like he does or ha or he, he does his initials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for when he does things, and I saw this one really prominently, and then I'm dyslexic, and then there's a bunch, and then I realized, there's a bunch of them.
Okay, I get
Did
you.
Did I show the Avengers 19?
Last time.
Okay, well, I got this one here. This one came in the mail today.
Your second one? Your third one? Oh, there they are.
And this is my other one.
Oh yeah, how's your label making going?
It's same.
It's gonna be hard with all the new ones you just bought. That's a lot of labels.
Yeah, but this one is so much better. I think I paid more for this one too. So.
Okay.
Anyways, that's it. That's all. I got so many comic books and so many good things to read. I'm just ecstatic.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, so my next little lot here, my next stack, this was an eBay purchase. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I paid $20 for all of these books. I was after 2 of the books, and alone, those two books would have cost me $10 to $15 easily.
Okay.
And then there were 2 other books in there that I was definitely interested in. These are all Gold Key.
Cool. Yeah.
So Gold Key's kind of fun. You know about Gold Key. They broke up with Dell in 1962. Started doing things. So Gold Key was around from 62 to 84. And they put out like Star Trek and quite a ton of them. And they were one of the few that didn't do the comics code.
Yeah.
And they just kind of went with their reputation of kids books. Like, you don't have to worry about us. We know what we're doing. Even though some of these books are definitely not kids books. So I'll give you a rapid fire. So the 2 that I was after, as I'm collecting my Gluttverse, my Don Glutt books.
Yes.
Dr. Spectre, number 2.
Great.
And then number 4.
Look at that crazy dog on it.
Oh, yeah. You got a dog, and you got this guy falling out the window. And then there's Lakota and Dr. Spectre down there.
Okay.
I read this one already. It was great. These are great reads. Gold Key's kind of funny. I know these are written by Don Glutt, but it's always hard to find who wrote them and who the artist is. And then there's no numbering. Like, that is not the number. That's
yeah.
So the numbering's on the inside. But
Yeah.
most of these are done by Jesse Santos. Some of them are Dan Spiegel. Both of these are written by Don Glutt. Great books. And
So which numbers did you get again?
number 2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay.
Yeah, so I have about 13 in the run right now of 25. So about halfway there.
Okay.
But the condition on these is really good.
Nice.
Like from what I normally buy. Like these are pressed and like clean.
Nice.
And so keep going. These are also Don Glutts, and these were the 2 other ones in there. I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind buying those. So these 4 books alone paid for the lot. Like,
yeah,
I was happy with $20. So this is Tales of Sword and Sorcery, Dagar the Invincible. This is number 2.
Oh yeah, I have many copies of that. Just kidding.
These beautiful painted covers. Sorry, the glare. I'm not taking these out of the plastic. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, those are cool though.
Yeah. And then so those were the ones I wanted, but then these were all just the throw-ins. But I was like, they're kind of cool. This is a one-shot Microbots. Like,
that's fun.
Trippy. I think it was like a toy or something.
Is there a sticker on the cover of that?
Yeah, there's a sticker on the inside. 13 cents. 2 Brothers of the Spear. Don't know a ton about them. I think Brothers of the Spear were a backup to Tarzan originally in DC, and then they went over to Gold Key.
This one I have to fact check that now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, making up Dark Shadows. Look at that. That's cool.
Oh, I love that cover.
Yeah.
Was that like a red? It's a red head. What is that? Is that Satan?
It's a head, but it's a beetle.
It's a beetle head. Oh, weird.
No.
That's a beetle, but it's a head. Oh, that's
back
cool.
of the beetle. Yeah. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Look at this. It's like a painting, and he cuts the face out of the painting, and then behind it is a skull of whoever the face was. Got some Jungle Twins.
If these come back in another episode, that'd be cool just to highlight these. Like that painting skull is neat. That's cool.
It's so cool. And then this is really cool. Speaking of Magnus Robot Fighter, there you go.
Oh yeah, that's an old one. That's great.
And it's actually it's Silver Age, but it's a Golden Age size. It's big.
Yeah. And you said you spent $20 on this lot?
$20 for all those books I just showed you. And
wow.
To boot, they don't smell like mold and
or smoke.
They're super clean. Like when I pulled them out, they weren't bag and boarded. They were wrapped really well. Okay. They were shipped well. But I was like, oh my gosh, these are not as nice as I would normally buy. So super excited about that. Fun kind of going down the Gold Key rabbit trail too as I was getting ready for this episode. I know I didn't give you a lot, but there's a lot. There's a lot with Gold Key and Whitman. Whitman is the same as Gold Key, and then their breakup from Dell, and Dell sucked after that. And Gold Key was always kind of, the price wars of the 60s and 70s of 15 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. And they were always kind of, I don't know, Gold Key kind of marched to their own drummer a little bit, which was really cool. But then I like them because I feel like they were trying to stick true to a story where I feel Marvel of the 1970s was out for your money. There's definitely some good stories, some good art. I love Bronze Age. But with these, there's I don't know who the hell wrote this. I don't know who drew it. It's not that. And obviously that's not great either, because Gold Key's not wanting you to know that because they're wanting all the money.
Yeah, they
But
want to keep the artists.
I don't know, they're just kind of fun, kind of a fun little piece of comic books, and I like the strange and spectacular. So
I have a few more. I forgot.
Oh jeez.
I missed. I had different stacks. So I also got this. It's called
Wait,
Kid
is
Eternity.
this is still half price?
Still half price. Kid Eternity number 1. I've never read this, but I was like, the cover struck me. I was like, that's a really cool, and I love the title. I don't know who Kid Eternity is. I'm gonna read it. From May of '93. And no sense.
Oh yeah. I know who that is. She wrote a great run. She kind of took over Daredevil after Frank Miller.
Oh,
and this setting. I can't. I'm so sorry. But she was a big time Marvel person.
Okay.
And she did quite a few Daredevils and others, but that's what I read of her.
She did it after Frank killed.
She did, after his second stint with Daredevil. Okay. She took it from there.
Oh, once his identity was revealed.
Yeah.
And then this, I was thinking about making this my comic cover today, but
can't even say it. Yeah. Oh, Space Ghost. Oh, that's cool.
Space Ghost, number 4 of 6. And it's like a really beautiful painted cover. And the interior, I was like, oh, I really like the interior too. But then I was like, I don't really love the interior after a while. But it's like pretty cool. But then I was like, oh, it's really computer generated.
Yeah, it looks like
So
it's like I liken it to like felt-board stories. Where it's a neutral background, and then they just replace in the felt.
Yeah. This is
cool. Yeah.
And then I have the last Barry Windsor Smith that I didn't pay for from Half Price book, and it is a not his finest work here, but it was a free, not for resale. And there's BW.
It's definitely part of his blue era.
He's blue. He has a blue era. Just like Van Gogh. Is that who that is? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice job.
Thank you. I'm cultured.
Well, that
was and another new segment. Another new segment.
Oh no.
So not everybody can drink beer willy-nilly, Some of us have restrictions.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed.
I was drinking some ginger ale tonight.
Ginger ale?
Yeah.
Okay, harder ginger ale. This is like
zero. Ginger ale 0.
Ginger ale 0. Hop water. So it has like hop infused water. It's delicious. It's so good. And there's like a bunch of.
Does it taste like Coors Light?
No, it tastes like it has like IPA, but like with the seltzer water, without the syrupy alcohol.
Okay.
I was like, I tried it and I love it because I like the taste of hops and but so definitely they're kind of expensive, like $2 a can.
Is it? Sorry, this is a dumb question. Is it alcoholic?
No, non-alcoholic, 0 calories. It's nothing.
So you're drinking hop water. I'm drinking ginger ale.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy guys.
yes.
We have come a long way.
Yeah.
From Tony English's house.
Oh boy, yes, that may have been the first alcohol experience we had, huh?
Long time ago. But we were both 21. Anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in to, I think this was issue 29.
Yeah, issue 29.
Issue 29 of Common Comic Covers. I'm not even going to try to recap what we just went over.
No.
Andy's huge haul at Half Price Books up in Everett. And then I have some that I got at 2 of my comic shops, and then a great little Gold Key corner nuggets from Don Glut and some others. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. Make some comments. Tell us how you feel about what we're looking at, what you think. I mean, we showed you a lot of comic books today. What were you interested in? Subscribe, tell your friends, support your local comic book shop.
And as Ringo Starr says, peace and love, peace and love.